Hello everybody, welcome back to the playthrough. Today we are going to crack on with something I've been very excited to do. We are going to go back to one of the mountains on our starting island and tame some wolves. And I shall take you through the process of how we tame the wolves, the defences and the walls we'll need to build in order to pen them in and stuff like that. And there will also be a cut at a certain point in the episode, because obviously I don't want to make you have to make you sit there and wait 30 minutes whilst the taming process happens. So we'll probably cut the footage about the start of the taming process, and then I'll cut it or recut it together at the end of it. Anything interesting that happens throughout that process I'll try and keep in, but I'll be honest with you, really don't think much is going to happen other than us just sitting around on the mountain waiting for these wolves to tame. I do also have a very lovely cup of coffee next to me, so again, apologies for any slurping or drinking noises that you can hear. It's a cold day in the UK today, and I desperately need something nice and warm to keep me nice and toasty. Anyway, we are going to need some wood to take with us, although we'll probably just cut down a tree on the way there. We are going to be building some wooden walls around our taming area, and I am going to take my armour off so that we can sprint there a little bit quicker. Oh yes, as well, if you can hear any rustling sounds, because it's so cold in the UK, and because the place where I record the audio for this playthrough is it's a terrible building. It doesn't keep heat in for any good reason whatsoever. It's just terrible, and yeah, so I have to wear a bit of a puffer jacket in order to stay warm, whilst also being stood next to a heater, whilst also being in the smallest room in here. So yeah, if you can hear some rustling sounds, it's just my jacket as I'm moving around. I try not to move around too much whilst recording these, as the chair I sit on is also very creaky, so yeah, just in case. So yes, anyway, so bringing some wood with you. Obviously you need wood to build the walls. You need to build kind of like a pen on the mountain whilst you're taming the wolves. You also need to bring with you some kind of meat. Now, you need to be careful when bringing meat for taming wolves. I would say the best ones to bring are either deer or boar. I would imagine that throughout the course of your playthroughs, if you are playing through the game as well, you've probably got quite a lot of spare meat from boars or deer. So I'd recommend bringing some of those, and I'd say bring at least a stack of 10. If you want to look up the specifics, I'd probably recommend going to a Valheim wiki or just googling it. There is a specific amount of meat that you need to tame a creature from start to finish, but obviously there are things that can interrupt that taming process, so I always just bring a stack of 10 just to be sure. You don't have to split the stack or anything like that. You can just bring a full stack of 10 and just chuck it on the floor, same way we did with the boar. Okay, we're almost at the mountain. Planned on using this one that's right next to us. Wasn't much point in going too far out. Again, we're only here for wolves, and this mountain, with it being quite a small mountain, is very it's not populated with very much, so it's not like we're going to be constantly attacked by golems or drakes and stuff like that. Oh, there's some boar. Ah, that must be one of the boar stones. Yeah, there's 4 of them wandering around it. I quite like those. I wonder when they added those to the game, because I quite like them. If you desperately need some boar, keep an eye out for some of those stones. Sometimes they might have a group of boar around them. So if you forgot to bring some meat, you could always look for something like that, kill some on the way here. Anyway, right, first thing you need to do is to build your pen. Find somewhere that's quite flat and has a fair bit of space around it. So I'm going to put my crafting table here, if the floor will let us. There we go. Oh, there's a deer who wants to help, apparently. Go away before you become the next thing I feed to the wolves. Right, okie dokie. Now, you don't have to build a massive pen. I'd say do about a box of 2 walls each segment. At least that's what I do. You can build a big one if you really want to, but if you build a big one, you're going to leave yourself with not a huge amount of space to be able to stand nearby and actually tame them. So 2 by 2 is fine for the purposes we need it for. Leave one section open so that you've got a way in, and the wolves have a way in as well. Now what I'm going to do, as I've had a couple of issues doing this in the past, is I'm going to double stack these walls. So what I'm doing is I'm building an extra row of them on the outside, right up against the edge of the first one. I'm basically just double reinforcing this wall. Wolves are the same as boar. They will attack the fences and stuff nearby when they are before they start the process of being tamed, and obviously what you want to avoid is having the wolves break the walls down and obviously get free and start attacking you. So yeah, I double stack these walls just so that even if they do get through the first layer of wall, they have a second layer to try and get through after that. You don't have to do this. If you're skilled enough at taming, you can pretty much do it with one wall and be absolutely fine, but I like to play it safe when it comes to this. The other thing as well is that we are going to try and tame 2 wolves at the same time. So I think the similar thing we did with the boar. Did we do that with the boar? I think we did. We're going to try and tame 2 at once rather than separately, so obviously so I don't have to do this twice. The reason being that with wolves, if you do want to breed more of them, you need to have 2 wolves. You can't just do it with 1. So I just try and save ourselves the pain of having to do it more than once and just tame both at the same time. I do quite enjoy this taming process. It's clever, it kind of makes sense as well, but I just find it a bit... it's the waiting time that's a bit tedious for me. And the fact that you can't really go away and do anything, you have to be nearby, so you literally just have to sit and wait for half an hour. Or at least I think you have to. Okay, now we've built our box. We're going to build the crafting table again, because we still need it. There is a couple of other things we need to build. We want to build a little platform about halfway up one of these walls. Something that you can jump onto. So, we're going to go to building, and what should we put? I think we should put a little wood floor segment. We don't need something too big. About there-ish? Yeah. Can we jump on that? Yes, we can. Perfect. The reason why we want that is that while we're kiting the wolves, so when we've got the attention of a couple of wolves and when we're bringing them over here to trap in the pen, we need a way out. And I find it easier to just have a little wall segment there that you can jump on. Also makes it easier for you to throw the meat into the pen afterwards. That is one of the issues with making a pen so small, is that when you throw the meat in, sometimes you might miss and throw it outside of the pen, so I find that throwing it from above is a bit easier. Oh, there's a dragon egg in there. Ah, yes, I think we've seen this before. It was kind of spawned inside the rock. Now all we need to do is find some wolves. Now, as you can see, I haven't got a weapon out. I obviously don't intend on attacking the wolves. I've never tested this theory, but I'm guessing there might be a possibility that lower health creatures might tame quicker, or they might even tame longer because you've attacked them. And one thing we did forget to do was put a marker down on the map as to where the taming pen was, because sometimes you might have to travel quite far to find them. So again, using the markers on your map just to make sure you remember where things are. What's over this hill? Oh, there's some drakes and a wolf. Hooray! That's 1. Now we just need to find 2. Now obviously, with this wolf chasing us, he is going to be constantly trying to kill us. So we need to make sure that we're either sprinting out of range... Oh god, there's a drake attacking us too. So yeah, we either need to stay out of range of his attacks, or we need to just make sure that we've got our shield up. Right, parrying might be useful as well, because it will stun the wolf for a few seconds whilst I kill this wraith. Or Drake, sorry, not Wraith. Come on, Drake, come here. Don't kill my wolf, please. No, you killed my wolf! Ah, oh, why would you do that? I'm pretty sure in this taming process I do try and throw in some wolf meat, and then find out and discover that you can't use wolf meat, so... yeah, just kind of retroactively adding in that... is that the right word? Retroactively? No, I don't know. Retrospectively? I don't know. Whatever the word is, we're adding it in post-playing that you can't use wolf meat to tame wolves. They won't eat it. Unless I'm wrong and I just didn't test it for long enough, but I'm pretty certain you can't use wolf meat to tame wolves. Kind of makes sense in a way. Right, where are these wolves? Come on, we need 2 of you. This isn't going to work very well if we don't actually have any wolves to tame. Oh, there's one. Perfect. Right. Let's go back over this way. We'll try and keep on sprinting so we can avoid his attacks. Fortunately enough, with our fully upgraded silver armor set, he doesn't really hit that hard at all. Oh, there's another drake. Of course there is. Please don't kill my wolf again. This is my new best friend. Don't kill him. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be my new best friend. There we go, got him. There you go, you can see he's hitting me for about 17, 18-ish. It's not hitting that hard. And obviously if we had a better level of food, it would make life a lot easier for us. As long as we keep our shield out and keep blocking. You could parry as well to stun him for a few seconds so that you can't... There you go, so he's just stunned there for a couple of seconds, so it gives you some time to get away. Put some distance between the two of you. Come on, wolves, where are you hiding? Come on, come on. I know you're on here somewhere. Oh, there's a rune stone there. I don't think we've seen one of these before. Or have we seen this one? We might have seen this one. This mountain has been explored. Aha! There we go. Second wolf. Right. Where is our pen? It's down here, I think. Yep. I think if we sprint, we should be able to make our way here. Now, one thing with wolves, if you want to tame a 1-star or a 2-star, you are much better off doing this at nighttime, or at least starting the taming process at nighttime. The reason why is that 1- and 2-star wolves only spawn at night, I believe, and in the daytime, if you haven't started the taming process in the daytime, they will run away and just despawn. So yeah, if you want a higher star level wolf, you will need to start the taming process at night time. It's pretty simple to do, but it might take you a while of hunting to find a 1- or a 2-star wolf. Right, there we go. I'm on top of this wooden floor section. Both of the wolves are inside the pen trying to hit me, but I'm too high up for them to actually hit. We finish off that wall segment there to block them in, and then we just have to jump on top of these walls, which is going to be a bit awkward. Come on. Perfect. Right, meat. There we go. I actually brought 18 deer meat, but that should be fine. Right. And now we need to make sure we're far enough away that we can sneak and that they won't know that we're here. They are still attacking the walls, and you can see they're hitting for about 60 odd damage on the wall segments. Now the wall segments are quite durable, they have a lot of health, but 60 is quite a lot of damage to be hitting, so hopefully they won't take down the wall sections and escape. It looks like they're attacking the wall segments closest to where I am, so they've got 2 sections to break through, but hopefully if we're far enough away, hopefully if we sneak, we should be able to start the taming process. We're just waiting for those little golden hearts. Again, the same way in taming the boars is the same for the wolves. You're just looking for those golden hearts to start floating up, and then it is literally a half an hour wait. If you can find yourself a good safe spot whilst the taming process is happening, I usually just go AFK. I just disappear, like go and like make some dinner or have a cup of tea and make some lunch or whatever time it is. Aha, there we go. We've got 2 golden hearts there. So we have started the taming process, so I'm probably going to cut the footage very shortly. And then we'll cut back to right before the wolves tame, unless of course anything interesting happens, which I highly doubt it will. Oh hey, there we go. Did you see that? That wasn't a cut, that was the smoothest cut in video history. Film and television history, that was. You couldn't tell the difference between those 2 cuts. I'm not stood in a completely different section right next to the walls. Okay. So I've been keeping a close eye on my timer. Usually what I do is I just set a timer on my phone, or when I start the taming process, I notice the golden hearts, I check what time it is, and then I just add on half an hour. And then I come back around that time. Again, if anything interrupts the wolves or the taming process, it will add time on to that. So it will take a bit longer, but I think we should be very ready. And look how close you can stand as long as you're sneaking to actually tame them. You don't have to be that far away. And we didn't get attacked or anything throughout the whole process. This mountain is quite quiet, so we were pretty safe. Although I have eaten some more food just to make sure I didn't get killed by anything sneaking around. Come on, tame some wolves. Yay, wolf has been tamed. Look at all the golden hearts. Now that's number 1. Yay, number 2. Fantastic, there we go. We now have the goodest boy and the goodest girl. Hello, you two. Look at our green health bar wolves. Now, can I get access to that deer meat, please? Wolf follows you. Okay, so with wolves, you can lead them around. They will follow you. There is a follow and a stay option. Oh god, I'm stood on top of one of the wolves. Very sorry. So yeah, if you walk up to the wolf and I believe you just pet them, it will cause the wolf to follow you. And then if you press it again, if you pet them again, it will make them stay in the general area. While they are following you, they will be hostile to nearby creatures, so pretty much anything, deer, boar, neck, greylings, grey dwarfs, and in other biomes as well, they will be hostile. They'll run off and attack, but they won't run out of a distance. There you go, you can see there we are. Well, they're trying to get this boar. Not doing a very good job of it. There we go. Good boys. Well, good boy and good girl. Some leather scraps and boar meat, fantastic. Come on, you two. Let's go home. And this is why taming them on a different mountain or a different island is the biggest pain in the backside, because bringing them home is pretty much impossible. You can probably push them onto your boat, and then if you get lucky with sailing along the coast, you should be okay. Although I'd stay away from the coast if you're going to sail them back, because, again, with any creature getting nearby, this includes sea serpent and any creatures on the coast, the wolves will aggro and start chasing after them, and what happens is they run off the boat. So what I would recommend, if you did try and do that and you were unlucky enough to have the wolves jump off the boat and chase something, what I would recommend is get to the nearest coastline that you can. So if you're sailing along the coast, get on the shore as soon as you possibly can, so that the wolves will swim over and get out, and then you can push them back onto the boat. Or if you were going to, say, island hop to bring them back, get off the boat as soon as possible. I think when they're on the boat, you will have to push them off instead of asking them to follow you. I think if you ask them to follow you whilst they're on the boat, they'll probably just end up running around the edges, and they won't actually jump off. So you'll have to push them off in some way. It's problematic. Oh, a 1-star deer. You might even have to destroy the boat at some point as well. And you can see they do have a bit of a threat or an aggro range, so once the creature they're chasing has run far enough away, they will stop and come back to you. What the blooming heck was that? Oh, it's a boar. Nice. One of the wolves has taken some damage as well. I wonder what happened there. It must have been a grey dwarf. Get him! Get him, boys! Yeah! Nice. Get that skeleton, yeah! Now get out of the way so I can pick up the... Oh, I can't pick it up. I must not have any space left. I do have a deer head on my hotbar, so I must be full. Come on, you two. Come on. Stop attacking things and get over here. Okay, so I have a bit of an idea for the wolves and their pen. First of all, I'm going to build them a small wooden stake fence, so you can see the kind of the round pole wooden fence that we have for our garden. I'm going to use that outside here. To start with. That is only going to be a temporary home, so please don't judge my poor living conditions for the wolves, because we are going to build them a nice, shiny, big iron cage fence kind of thing for like a pen for them, and we're going to have it on the other side of the building. I'm going to give them enough space so that it's a bit more humane rather than just a 1x1 box that I'm keeping the wolves in. Try and keep it a bit more humane than that. And we'll chuck them in a bit of meat as well. So meat is the food you will need to feed them if you want them to breed more. But for the time being, we are just going to build them a quick pen here. Oh, I think they literally just had a baby. They did! Did they? Oh no, that's the tail. What were those love hats for then? Are you two just bonking behind me whilst I'm trying to build you a pen? They are! Like, come on, you two, at least let me build your house before you start bonking. Jesus. Oh, silly creatures. Right, let's get this one finished. Let's put this one about halfway in. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to want a fence gate, I think. Build, which one do we build? Wooden door? Yeah, perfect. Make sure the gaps are filled so they can't just walk out. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Stay and stay. Yay, we have wolves. And we'll do the same again with these wolves as we did with the boar. Any name recommendations, I'm more than happy to take them. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I can always rename the wolves. We are going to have a few more of them. although we're going to try and control the population a little bit and make sure that we don't go a bit too crazy with the amount of wolves that we have. I believe I mentioned this throughout the boar taming video, but we'll mention it here as well. In a certain area, so I'm not sure about the specifics. It might be better off to look this up if you're wanting the specifics. But I know that in a certain area around where your creatures are, so let's just say for our base here, we can only have a certain number of creatures because of the area size. And the two different types of creatures we have as well, so the boar and the wolves, contribute towards that. Let's just quickly go to bed. So the boar and the wolves will contribute towards that that number of creatures that we can have in that area. It might be number of tame creatures. I'm not sure if it works with enemy creatures as well. Obviously, the bigger the space you have, the more creatures you can have. So if we had the boar on the opposite side of our base, and then we had the wolves on this side closer to where the portals are, we could probably have some more. But there is another, like a third creature that we're going to be taming. No, actually, no, there's 4 creatures we're going to be taming in total. There might even be more after that when we get to the Ashlands. So we are going to need plenty of space. Apologies if you can hear that noise in the background. There are bin lorries going around emptying our trash bins. This is where we're going to have our boar pen. This little section back here, that little tunnel that we have built into our crafting room, we're going to put a doorway on there, or like an entranceway, so that we can go through, and then we're going to build ourselves a big boar pen with some of the iron like fencing, like cage fencing. I think we heard, did we hear a puppy in here? I could have sworn we heard a new one. No, I don't think we did. Maybe they were just growling. Right, so we need to take out these wall segments here. We have a lot of stuff in our inventory. We should probably dump this before we do that. And do a bit of a repair as well, seeing as though we did get attacked by those wolves quite a bit. We have quite a lot of iron as well. We'll probably use some of that iron for these. It doesn't cost much iron for this for this fencing that we're wanting to build, but we'll see what it's like. Trying to make sure that we've got enough space and dumping all the stuff we don't need. Ah, that's where they are. Got a couple of settling cores. Should probably dump those in here. There we go. 14 of them, nice. And then we've got, yeah, pine cone, there we go. There we are, cage wall 2x2. That's what we're going to be using to build most of it with. We'll probably have some wooden segments as well, and we'll try and pretty it up a bit as well. We're going to start a bit of a beautification. Ah, look! A wolf cub! Yay! We have a puppy! Oh, look at him. He's adorable. He's just a really small version of the wolf model. And he howls with the same, like... he howls like an adult wolf, but he's a little baby wolf puppy. Yay! Oh, that's adorable. We're going to have to... that's going to be awkward as well. We're going to have to wait for them to grow into an adult wolf before we can move them from that pen. That was probably not the best idea. Apologies for that bump. I just accidentally kicked the desk. Alright, so we're going to have a wooden door here, or should we have... we'll put these here for now, just so we can close it off. Okay. Put these little half segments in here. Yep, perfect. We're going to have to clear out the area as well, so let's grab our pickaxe. Nope, we didn't want to build a wall. Let's just get the pickaxe out and start breaking up all this stone. Actually, we'll clear out most of it if we can. Just get rid of most of it in the area. We're not going to give them a huge pen, but these little stone bits can be quite annoying sometimes. Let's get rid of these bushes as well. Grab a couple of bits of wood from them. There we go. Okay, right. Iron fence, iron wall, cage wall. I don't like calling it a cage. I feel like I'm trapping them in and they're going to be sat there in these tiny little cage boxes, but it's not really. It's more, we're going to give them a nice big pen for them to wander around. Oh, it's only 2 pieces of iron as well. That's pretty good. Okay. Now with iron cage or cage wall, you are going to need to make sure that it is connected to the floor. You can see there when we highlight it, it's blue. That means it is... Ah, there we go, perfect. That means it's connected to the floor and it's stable. I'm going to put the other one, we'll make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that one was red. That's not connected to the ground. I think that's going to break in a second. Yeah, they are. So let's get that section again, but then... Yeah, we'll pop it here, actually. There we go. Yep, there we go. It's blue. Perfect. And then we'll just add a couple more in. We're going to have to add another one in there, I think. This stone's in the way as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to make the cage too high as well. I might just use it as like a one block high level of it. Oh, okay, that one's fine. It's green. The stability on that end piece is green. We are going to put an iron gate in as well. Where are we going to put this gate though? Because I don't really want these two sides to open. This is interesting. I think I'll actually put it here. Get rid of these two doors behind me and then put a little fence segment in here. How are we going to do it though? Put it here maybe? This is tricky. How are we going to work this out? I'm going to take those two big barn doors down. We don't want those, but I want to have an iron fence like area, like a gate. Oh no, I don't have any there. I think we're out of wood now. I bet we're out of wood now, aren't we? Some coal. Oh, we need some more iron. Right, let's put some more iron in. I was trying to work out what I was doing there. My brain just struggled to engage. Obviously the engine needs to warm up a little bit for this morning. There we go, that's 20 out of 20. That should give us another 10 bits of iron. Just so we can build a couple more of those fence segments. Hello you two, or you three shall I say. Yay, wolf cub, pet the puppy. Oh, there's two! There's one by the wall behind me. Yay, wolf puppies. This is going to take us a while. We should probably get rid of the meat, yeah. Remove the meat so they can stop breeding. Damn, that was quick. We literally just got you two back. Just built that pen for you, and you've already produced two wolf puppies. Well, what's going on there? They're like rabbits, but they're wolves. I do want to build them something in terms of a roof as well on top of this cage that we've got going here, or some kind of cover for them. So we might actually have to make it a bit smaller, just because it'll take us quite a while to build quite a big roof. Now, the reason I want to do that, and we might actually do that with the boar pen as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm also looking at putting in some of these stone stairs so that we don't have to keep repairing these wooden ones all the time, because these wooden ones break so frequently. I say break, they get worn down by the rain. But sadly the stone stairs stick out a bit too much, so we're just going to have to leave it as wood, I think. It's just because this little segment here is irritating when it comes to walking up. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so throughout the process of recording this, I was playing on a separate world, and we had I was playing with a friend, and we had a major issue with one of our bases, which was that with the raids that can happen, one of them is a drake raid, so the flying drakes that you've seen from the mountain, and I believe bats can do it as well, but bats aren't as dangerous. But yeah, we had a bunch of drakes raid us, and obviously because they're flying, they were just flying over the top of our base constantly, so my plan for standing outside the walls and just having them all out there wasn't working. And they're also aggressive to your tame creatures, so as we were playing, I think we were off doing something, and one person went back to the base, either because they died or they portaled or something, and the raid started, and yeah, drakes showed up and pretty much killed all of our tamed creatures. We had to go and tame some more boars and some more wolves. It was, frankly, it was really annoying, and from that session onwards, we decided that we were going to build roofs over the top of our tame areas. So if you have like a pen or something for some boars and some wolves and stuff, you want to build a roof on it, just in case you get one of those raids. Because, yeah, you might end up losing all of your tame creatures. Especially considering your wolves might survive, although that drake on the mountain did one-shot the wolf with its frost attack, so it probably won't. But your boar will get one shot by pretty much everything, because your health bars for your creatures don't change. They are the same health bar as they would have if they were an aggressive creature. And the boars are obviously, one of the starting enemies in the game, so their health bar is tiny. So pretty much every other creature in the game can pretty much just one-hit them. So yeah, I would recommend having a roof on top of your cage areas or your pens for your creatures, just to be sure that you don't end up losing them to a raid. Which is the plan that I have here as well. I wouldn't mind building a bit of a roof on top of this one. I'm not sure if we're going to do it now or if we do it at a different time. There is some more build pieces coming when we get to the plains that are really nice, that look very good. And I wouldn't mind using those for these roofs, but let's just wait and see. Alright, we'll get the 2 adults and get them to follow us. Come on, you two. Out the door, out the door, out the door. Come on, push him through, push him through. There we go. Good boys. Oh, good boy and good girl. No, close the door, close the door, close the door! Oh, that cub was making a break for it. Right, come on you two, follow me. Through the house. Say hello to your new home. Into the walled off area. Look at how big this area is. They've got like a dirt area to play in. They've got grass. I just hit that wolf with the cage door. I'm very sorry. Wolf stays. No. Stop trying to make your way out. Wolf stays. Oh, don't walk into the... No, it's okay. We can just jump over. Sometimes animals will just beeline for the open entrance area. As soon as a door's open or the cage is open or you break a fence wall down to get out or something like that, as soon as that happens, they just make a beeline for it. They want freedom. Probably telling you something about not keeping the creatures in captivity in this game. Okay, give them some more meat so they can breed a few more wolves. Hopefully they don't go crazy with it. You never know, we'll probably we'll go off and take on the mountain boss and then probably come back and have 20 wolves. They'll be falling out of the cage because there's so many of them. Okay, repaired everything up. We still have a little bit of iron left as well, I think. We did get some onions as well. We have replanted some of those onions to give us some seeds. Didn't plant too many of them, but we have put the rest of the onions in the food chest, so we might have a look at making some of those recipes soon. And yes, I am yes, boar, hello. I am thinking about giving you guys a nice big pen. Something nice and new. How are you all doing? Are our named ones still here? Where's Barry and Bessie? Are they gone? Well, they might have died, actually. There's another 4 iron there. Just dump that in the chest in here. I can't remember now. Did we lose Barry and Bessie? I think we did. I think they got attacked by one of the poison creatures, not the poison creatures, the Grey Dwarf Shamans, and I think they came up and poisoned spray, and I think that killed most of them. Just gonna move this this cauldron here whilst I've got the time. There we go, perfect. Yeah, I want it closer to the edge so I don't have to jump on top of the hearth in order to use it sometimes. Can be a bit of a pain in the backside. I kind of wish that, again, if I'm not sure if any of the developers even watch my series, I highly doubt it. One of the changes I'd love to see when it comes to cooking and storage areas and stuff like that, one of the things I'd love to see is, say, make the crafting benches for, say, the cooking ones, so the cauldron and any future crafting areas and benches and stuff, make them have a small circle around them, kind of like the crafting table where the build area is, but have it so that if you had a bunch of chests inside that circle that had all the food had all your food in there, that you could just build the recipes. You could make the recipes of food without needing to go to the chest and get the items out. I guess it's a small quality of life thing, and it's not a massive difference. It's not really a game-breaking thing, or it doesn't really cause that much of an issue. But it would be quite nice if you could just even just have a small circle, even that's just encompassing the 2 tiles away from where the cauldron's placed. But then all of that food in the chest behind me, I wouldn't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. But I don't know, it's not that big of a change. But I think it's quite nice it would be quite nice for a quality of life change. Wolf jerky, wolf skewer. Ah, we can make those with onions now. Let's get some onions, shall we? Onions, mushrooms, and wolf meat. I kind of feel bad for the wolves we've just brought back and tamed if they're now immediately about to smell me start cooking some wolf skewers. 65 health, really nice. And then we've got onion soup, you can see just above that, which I believe is 65 stamina. Or is it the ice cream? It's either the ice cream or the onion soup. I can't remember which one. We'll have a look in a second. We'll just finish making these. Going to make 10 of them. Again, we are continuing with the prep for the mountain boss fight. We are very, very close to taking on Moda. Onion soup. Oh, it's 60 stamina, sorry, not 65. My apologies. I apparently can't read. We've only got 25 onions, though, so I don't really want to... I think ice cream might be the 65 stamina food. Would make sense, because ice cream is harder to get than onion soup. I think onion soup is just 3 onions, whereas ice cream is... You have to kill drakes for it, and grey dwarf eyes, which are highly sought after. Right, so just put that food back in there for now. We don't need it straight away. We do have some more things we're going to do before we go and take on Moda. But we're probably going to end the episode very shortly as well, actually. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Just have a quick look around. There isn't a huge amount left for us to actually get ready to do now, you know. Draugr Town up there. Oh yes, the Draugr Town and the Plains biome. That will probably be where we go first. So, obviously, once we have defeated Moda and we have conquered the mountain, we've tamed the wolves... We're waiting for these pups to grow into adulthood. Once we've done all that, our next biome will be the plains. Now the plains, this might just be from my own experience of when I was first playing Valheim, but the plains for me is one of the hardest biomes in the game, at least when you're new to it. It's got a few creatures in there that are exceedingly annoying to take on. I'm not going to cover those creatures just yet. I'm just going to build a few more of these stone piles and get rid of some of the stone in that chest. Now, obviously, I'm not going to cover these creatures just yet, but it's in my opinion, when you're new to Valheim, obviously the mountain can be quite perplexing with the freezing debuff and stuff like that, but there are ways that you can kind of get around it, and if you've got decent level swamp armor, you should be okay to survive that, but the plains can be a bit of a jarring experience. It was for me, because I had several moments where I kept trying to get my corpse back and dying and having to build new boats to sail back over because I was too stupid to take a portal with me and stuff like that. So yeah, the plains is our next biome, and the first plains that we're going to visit is right next to our clothier trader. I don't really want to build these stone piles inside each other, but I don't want them encroaching too much on our crafting area down there, so I think we'll just try and stick it in there. Perfect. Yeah, so our clothier trader that we discovered, which had the plains biome right next to it, which also had a massive fulling encampment, which are these little goblins, we are going to go there first. Oh, apologies, I just knocked the desk again. Right, anyway, I think we shall end the episode very, very shortly. So quick check on the wolves. Oh, there's another puppy. Yay, we now have 5 pups, or 5 wolves. Nice. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and hopefully in our next one we shall go and take on Moda. Thanks everybody.